Hello and welcome to Be Enjoy. Today is a treat. I will be sharing with you my solitaire spread. Okay. So I cultivated this back in February 2024 though. So like last year, a year and a half ago is when I fully defined what each, I guess, section meant and how to use each how to read the section. So just to get started, let me go ahead and like my stuff. So we're setting an intention for the message to be heard, for positive energy to reign, for joy, and for love, and for positive energy. I'm so my angels, the ones that are watching over me every day to spread love, spread community, to spread light, to raise the frequency of Mother Gaia, to raise the frequency of the universe. Please provide me with messages for the collective that is tuning into this now and for those who is tuning into this in the future. May the message be clear. May it be heard. May everyone feel so motivated. Whatever your concept is, If you know, you know. All right. So let's go ahead and set the deck, and then we'll go over what each card means, and I'll talk a little bit about a message that's coming through that I feel intuitively that the collective needs to hear. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. I feel good about that. Let me go ahead and cut the deck. Okay. Ooh, the Self. King of Pentacles is the Self. And in this deck, it looks like he's sitting on the world. Is that 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okay. And this is going to be a pretty long video because the solitaire reading, it takes me a good hour to do it just for myself. So I may break this up into parts, but we'll see. I really like watching really long videos, so I wouldn't mind doing a really long video, if that's what spirit wants. So we're gonna see. There. Ooh, the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, you got the King of Pentacles for yourself, and then the Queen of Pentacles for your partner. Man. Okay. All right, we got the Two of Pentacles for the energy dynamic for your family and friends. We have the Magician. Ooh, for your health. That means that your health is in your hands. You have the power. The Five of Wands for your career and your purpose. Oh, wait. Nope. Ignore. All right, and then the Five of Wands. Okay, yeah, for career and purpose. It looks as if a team is working together to accomplish a common goal. So that reminds me of the mastermind. So I don't know if you've read the anything that comes from the power of what is the name of it? What is his name? Napoleon Hill. So I don't know if you've read any of Napoleon Hill's books, but he talks about the mastermind, and so does Carnegie, one of his books. Talks about the mastermind, and that's what it looks like. It looks like it's a group of people working together for one common goal. That's what that looks like. So Six of Pentacles, your Spirit team, what is your spirit team saying to you? Six of Pentacles. I mean, looking at the card, it looked like your spirit team is handing you a bone. Oh, you and your handing you a bone. All right. How many is this? Wait 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Let me put that one card down. All right, and then 7. Two of Wands is what Prime Source is speaking to you about. So looks like as if there was a decision that has been made. You have made your decision. Looks like this cat just jumped from one timeline to another timeline. So hey, we on a new timeline. All right, so starting off, I want to go ahead and collect the Major Arcana cards. So that would be the Magician. The Magician is the first one to come out. So the Magician is really important for it to be the first Major Arcana to come out. The Magician being the Major Arcana coming out shows that, and with it being in the health position, it shows that that your health, for one, is in your hands, that you have all the tools that you need to move forward, that you have everything that you need, that you don't need anything else. Look, because, okay, when you look at like the story of the Major Arcana, I don't know if you've read any of like anything that talks about like the story of how the Major Arcana goes, but it all starts with the Magician. You being handed all the tools that you need, even if you don't know how to use it yet. You still have all the tools that you need to continue moving forward. That includes your health. That includes, with it being the first Major Arcana card coming out, that includes everything about your life. Now, now that we got that out, everything from here on, yes, each card that's up under here has to do with the certain number that it's under or certain section that it's in. However, it's not as important as the very first card. So let me see. Let me stop and really think about what the overall message here, what source is saying. Okay, so initially what I'm getting is, especially with the King of Pentacles, it's giving you have the world. You're on top of the world. With the position that you're in right now, you mastered Earth energy. And you're ready to use that Earth energy to create more abundance, to create all the abundance that you need. And with the Queen here, the Queen is the type of abundance that it's giving Mother energy, Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. And with the King and Queen here, it's unstoppable what the King and Queen can do. And it's as if we've balanced our masculine and our feminine energy in a way where the Earth can ascend and where we can ascend with the Earth. All right, that's that part. Then, man, we got the Two of Pentacles right next to it. Girl. That means that your skill has been mastered. You've balanced your masculine and feminine energy. Your skill has been mastered. And look, you got your team here working with you. Y'all are moving towards a common goal. You got all the tools that you need. Like, your spirit team is handing you whatever you need. And then you've already jumped your timeline. Like, look, that means that things are about to change. Stuff is about to happen and lives are about to change. All right, so we're going to leave this in that position. Okay, now the game really begins. Let me turn this over. The 10 of Wands. Ooh. Ooh. So, labor. I'm getting labor from this card. I'm getting labor. You've allowed labor to and I'm really trying to put this in words that I can even understand. You've allowed the labor to weigh you down, and now your health is in jeopardy, or was in jeopardy, because it might not be no more. Hell, with all of this. So you've allowed that to weigh you down. Hell, even the cat is like, dang, girl. Dang. So, yeah. Okay. All right. But to explain how this works, Pentacles and the Pentacles and the water. So earth and the water are both on the same plane. Are both I want to say they are the black cards. Let's say they're the black cards. Okay. And then you have the wands and the what's the other one? Swords. The wands and the swords, they are the red cards. Okay. So that's like fire and air. So you got water and earth, and then fire and air. So fire and air can go on water cards and vice versa. And they have to go in numerical order if you know how to play the game of solitaire. Okay. So looking at this already, it looks like this 5 of Wands can go on this 6 of Pentacles, because Wands and Pentacles, they different colors, right? So let's go ahead and put that on there. And what does that say? You can go ahead and interpret every single card move, but usually I just play the game and then see what happens, right? So, if you do want to interpret your team all working together for a common goal, and your spirit team handing you a bone, this is that bone. You're using that bone collectively to accomplish that goal. Okay. And some comes without saying, So then we have the king and the queen, right? So with this being the same suit, you can't put on one on top of the other because it's the same suit. Let's see, we got the 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 6 of Wands, and then we have the 2 of Wands. Okay, so none of that goes on top of any of the other. Do we have any other moves? No other moves? Okay, let's pull from the deck. So I like to do one at a time. This is why this is going to take so long. But yeah, I'll probably break this up in a few minutes. All right, so we got our second Major Arcana card. Ooh, strength. Have strength, man. You gotta have strength. You gotta know what's going on. You gotta have strength. So right now, it's saying that all of this is going on. Remember to have strength. And the order that these come out is very important too, because it's like it's telling you what's going on, how to do it, how to move forward, and so on and so forth. Okay. So this one, strength card. And with it being the second Major Arcana card, we're just going to put it to the side. And so the first one stays here, and I'm going to pile all the rest of them up on top of this side. Okay. All right. 6 of Swords. Can 6 of Swords go on here anywhere? Nope. So it's one that just goes to the side. All right. The 3 of Wands. Can the 3 of Wands go anywhere? Nope. All right. The Sun card came out. Shine your light, ho. And I was trying not to cuss in here, but I can't help it. It just kind of came. But shine your light, ho. Shine your light. That's what I got. Shine your light for all to see. Because you got sunflowers out here that are trying to bloom, that are trying to follow you. But if you're not shining your light, they ain't got nothing to follow. So shine your light, ho. The 7, is there an 8? No. Okay. There's a 7 again, there's no 8. 3, is there a 4? No. Queen, is there a king? There is a king. And this is the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords can go on the King of Pentacles because they're 2 different colors, right? All right. And what does that say? Now that the Queen of Swords has been added to the board, what does that say? It's giving stand your ground. It's giving, so you know, like when you're walking down the street and you don't feel safe or you don't feel protected with the weapon, with her having this weapon in her hand, she feels protected. She feels like she can do anything. She don't feel like she's about to get, robbed or anything. So, stand your ground. That's what I'm getting. Even though you got the world, you still need to make sure you're prepared. You still need to make sure you got everything you need to make sure that you're safe and that your family is safe and everybody you know is safe. But with this being in the first position about yourself, this is saying, stand your ground for yourself. Still for your family and everybody, but, you get what I'm saying. Knight. Ooh, okay. So this is another thing. So knights, and then we have another card entering that the other decks don't have, that the regular decks don't have, is the page. So we have the knight and the page. The only thing that does, it just adds another layer. So on top of the knight would be the page and then the 10. So, okay. And this is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords can go on the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. And it's interesting how these 2 Pentacle cards both got 2 Sword cards. That's interesting. What is that saying? It looks as if this queen, even though she's standing her ground, she's still using her griffin to aid her. So it's like with this is like the relationship, the one-on-one, the most important person. So she's with her person, with her other and most important person, her griffin in this case. And they're using it to stand their ground. So like me and my boyfriend will stand our ground together and make sure ain't nobody gonna mess with our family. We got this type deal, Oh, we got the moon. Ooh, look at the sun and the moon right on top of each other. That's interesting. The sun wants you to, shine your light. The moon suggests for you to, ground, or not even just ground your emotions, just be in touch with your emotions. Be in touch with your inner self, with your inner guidance. That is so interesting that the sun and the moon came out together like that. All right. The Chariot card. Ooh, got a chariot. Every time I see this card, I'm thinking, got a chariot. But yeah, okay. So that means that, you are on your way. Really, once we finish this deck, the first go round, I'll go ahead and stop it, and then we'll start over. Actually, it's about to hit a time where I may need to stop it already anyway, because I can only record up to 30 minutes. Anyway, but the Chariot card, that means that you're being guided. That means that you're on the path to where you're trying to go, and you know where you need to go. You know exactly where you need to go. You know exactly what you need to do to get to where you're trying to go. All you got to do is just light up that balloon and go. Okay? That's it. The 5 of Pentacles. Ooh, this is despair. Is there a 6 somewhere? There's a 6 of Wands. It's another 6. Nope. All right, let's put this on the Pentacles on the Wands, because they're 2 different suits, right? 2 different suits. So the 6 on the wands. Ooh, but that's despair in your career. So maybe some of you have found it hard to pursue your career, find it hard to, get up and just do things. Me, myself, hell, I've found myself wanting to just lay around, especially like these days I've been wanting to lay down. But like before, I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't really want to move. Like I didn't have the energy or the wherewithal or even the will to get up and go do something. Every single day felt like it was just another repeated cycle of the same old, same old, same old. And I ain't going nowhere. Nothing is happening. I barely got food for myself, let alone hell, dog. A dog? Okay. But yeah. Sometimes in career it be like that, or sometimes it takes a minute to even get started on, a career. I'm trying to get this chord right. All right. 9 of Swords. Is there a 10 out here? There's a 10. Where'd he go? There he is. But this one's a wand. This is a sword. They're of the same color, so they can't go on top of each other. Excuse me. 10 of Cups. There's no page to put it on. 4 of Swords. There was a 5 somewhere. Where'd it go? 5 of Wands and a 5 of Pentacles. So the sword would go on the pentacle because it's two separate suits. But look, she's resting. She's been struggling for so long. Now it's time to put that sword down and rest. It's time to rest. Rest in the fact that now that you know what you need to do, let's rest and until it's time until the process starts rolling, until the engine starts going, until you get going. Rest. 8 of Swords. Is there a 9 out here somewhere? Nope. 5 of Cups. Is there a 6 out here? Nope. The Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I like the Wheel of Fortune. This looks like a hypnotizing card. And what's so interesting about that is that we have the power to self-hypnotize ourselves, like go into self-hypnosis and train our brains to, understand or think or retraining our neural pathways to really do the things that we want to do in life. So it's like training our brains. I'm pretty sure you've heard this before, neuroplasticity, and being able to create new neural pathways to usher in what it is you want for your life. So this basically is what that is. I'm going to go ahead and stop right here, and I'm going to leave this up for the next time. Yeah, because I'm running out of time on here. So, this is the beginning. So, like I said, the swords and the wands, they're one color. They're the red color. And then the water and the earth, they're the black color. And, they can't be on top of each other, one on the other. We're putting our Major Arcana over to the side. And we have our page that's going in between the knight and the 10. So, that's it for right now. When we come back, we're going to finish this deck and then talk about what's more to come.